Welcome everyone to another edition of Bosco Racing. Here we are tonight at Wednesday night, Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting. Racers are ready to rock. Here's our starting lineup. Full Metal Geo, Steve C, Trump Train, Camden, Blood Moon, and Tommy. Blood Moon qualified first tonight, but we had a 5-man invert. Ben, Extreme, Peppers, Red Rocket, and Number One Dad. Rounding out this 11-man A-main field. Here we go. We're going to get right to green flag racing tonight. As soon as these racers get lined up, and here we go. We're off. Green flag racing. Full Metal Geo leading us into the TV turn for the first time this season. Geo taking the lead. Here we go. Followed by Geo shortly is Steve C in the green helmet. Trump Train in the orange helmet. Followed by Camden in the red and white helmet. And that is Blood Moon back for some action here this Wednesday night. Riding in the 5th position. New to the circuit is Tommy. He's riding in 6th position, being followed by Ben, Extreme, Peppers. And back of the field is being held down tightly by Red Rocket and Number One Dad. Here we go, folks. Let's see what happens. Everybody's getting those tires warmed up, getting a lot of grip into the TV turn. Oh, Extreme's a little bit loose there in the TV turn. Let's see if he can straighten that out as the temperature comes into the track. Should be able to stick non-stop. Here we go. This front pack looks like they're getting away, and they are. Wow, they're running relatively quick times already this early. That's the top 7 right there, being followed by the final 4. Full Metal Geo in the purple tonight. He's starting to stretch his legs and get away from Steve C just a little bit. That might be because Trump Train is riding right on the coattails of Steve C. Trump Train again in the orange helmet, Steve C in the green. Here we go, one more time into the S-turns. Thus far, a relatively uneventful race, however, single file and exciting. All right, folks, it seems to be single file there, but I'll tell you right now, up front in this top 5, it's not going to stay single file for very long. You have Blood Moon, one of the past track champions, sitting there in 5th position. He is not about to sit idle in that position all night. Right here, and coming past your screen now. That's still Full Metal Geo taking him into turn 1 one more time. Steve C taking a look to the inside, see how he is coming out of the horseshoe turn. Let's take a look. Coming out of the horseshoe turn and into the S-turns for another round. Let's go. Just because you see this front 5 running single file doesn't mean they're not sizing each other up with every pass, every circuit around this track. Full Metal Geo wants them to dice it up behind so he can start stretching his legs free and clear, but that's not the case right now. Everybody's pretty much behaving in this front pack. Running quite a few laps under green here now. Let's go. Back into the S-turns one more time. Here we go. Oh, here we go. There's a move. Trump Train looking to move to the inside of Steve C. Steve C holds him off. Trump Train calls it back. Blood Moon is going with Trump Train. Looking to the inside of Camden. Camden, ooh, loses a spot there. And no worse for the wear. The leader got away. Full Metal Geo got away. Steve C maintained his position. Trump Train got back into his position. Camden went 1 spot down after staving off that attack from Blood Moon. And here we go, back of the pack. It's nice to see those guys are still in the race, but let's go. Full Metal Geo starting to stretch his legs quite a bit. Look at the gap he's got. He's got a nice 2-second gap between first and second position, but that second group of 4 is coming in hot. Being led by Steve C. Steve C thus far running a perfect race this evening. Trump Train can't even get to the tail of him in the straight. Now it's Blood Moon giving Trump Train a hard time here. Let's see how this is coming around into the S-turns. No, they're all going to behave for one more circuit. Let's see. Past the start-finish line here, and everybody's still behaving. And look at that, Camden, just because Camden got past, he is not letting that front pack go. Camden in the red and white helmet is sticking right to the tail of Blood Moon. Blood Moon looking all over the backside of Trump Train. Oh, he's on him this time around. You can see it. Yes, and he loads him into turn one, ducks underneath, and Camden holds his position, but that is Blood Moon just got around Trump Train. Here we go. Order slightly shift now. Here's our leader, Steve C, following Blood Moon, Trump Train, and Camden. Now Camden going after Trump Train. Let's see how Camden sizes up Trump Train. Not an easy person to pass. This racer right here, Trump Train, is one of the most difficult drivers to pass because he runs a fast defensive line. And likely he'll be running defense for quite a bit of time. There's the back of the field. You got Tommy and Ben going at it, having a nice little race of their own. The fact that they're getting into each other is only letting the leaders get away. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions right here. Steve C now catching up to Full Metal Geo a little bit. Steve C just turned a really nice lap, coming up on the back end of Full Metal Geo. Full Metal Geo, we're getting a little bit looser than it looks like he's getting a little bit looser than he was at the start of this race, especially coming into the TV turn and then over here into the horseshoe turn. Well, that time there, he looked pretty hooked up, but coming into the S-turns, he might show signs of getting a little loose. But the other thing that's leading me to believe that, too, is you can see Steve C is really catching up to him. Here we go, Camden right on the back end of Trump Train, coming out of the horseshoe train right now and into the S-turn. That's the orange helmet and the red and white helmet. Trump Train's got his hands full with Camden on his back door. Meanwhile, look at this. Full Metal Geo's got something to worry about. Steve C looking to the inside of Full Metal Geo, coming out of the horseshoe turn into the S-turns, and look at this. Steve is tracking him like he's got radar. Let's go. He is locked and loaded. Takes all kinds of focus to run this kind of lap. When you're right on the tail end of someone, you don't want to screw up their lap, but you definitely want to set them up, get that pass over and done with. Can Steve C make the pass on Full Metal Geo? We'll see. Guess who's joining the party? That's in third place. That's Blood Moon, and Blood Moon is about to join the party as well. Blood Moon's very good at holding back and waiting until he sees an opportunity and then jumping on it. Here we go. And there we go. They're closer now. Coming across the start-finish line, Full Metal Geo, Steve C, Blood Moon, a couple carts back is now, look at this, Camden dunking to the inside of Trump Train. Can he make it stick into the horseshoe? And no, Trump Train battles back, gets that position back. And here we go. That was a nice attempt by Camden to make that pass on Trump Train. Couldn't make it stick through the horseshoe, and so he gave it right back, but good attempt. Here we go. Look at this. Full Metal Geo's got these two right on his tail. That's for sure. 1, 2 right here, back in the pack. Can Camden make another run at Trump Train? We'll see. Steve C looking strong. Full Metal Geo looking strong. Top 1, 2 thus far. Got to hit that turn 1 with consistency if you're going to have any chance of making passes on this track, that's for sure. If you can find consistency at that TV turn, you are going to have one hell of a good night. And it looks like these three up front are having consistency. There he is, Camden going to the inside of Trump Train. Can he make it stick this time in a horseshoe? He does. Not only does he, but he gains himself 2 cart positions on the pass. Now that was nice and clean. Loaded him a little bit into the turn and really took advantage. Here we go, now back to the leaders. Camden's legging that one out too, getting away. Here we go, back in the pack. Let's see how we go. Oh, there we go. The move on Steve C. just got passed by Blood Moon. Let's see if he can make it stick going into turn 1 at the start-finish line right now. Steve C, does he got anything for him in turn 1? No, but he's not letting him get away. He's sticking right on him into the horseshoe turn. Into the horseshoe turn they go. Gives Full Metal Geo another break. Look at that. Full Metal Geo and able to space it out by 1, 2, 3, 4 kart lengths. But Blood Moon is on the prowl. Steve C's not going to let him get away. Steve C's running a heck of a race. He's a fast racer. He can get around this track in no time, but now he's following Blood Moon's line. Let's see if they can't work together to get the leader. Looks like Geo's losing it just a bit in turn 1 on that one there. You lose it for 1/4 of a second, boy, I'll tell you what, that rest of the field is going to catch up to you very quickly. That's number 1 dad pulling over in the front stretch. Let the leaders go by. He's got no chance of winning this race. That's for sure. These guys are running extremely fast times right now, and although we're down in the 19.2s, 19.4s, we have the leaders running in the high 18s right now. This track has really come in. Went from ice skating rink at the beginning of the night, only about 40 degrees inside, and up to putting some nice temperature in the track, some rubber down on the track, and I'll tell you what, right now these karts are really coming in, running better than they have in a while. Here we go. Oh, look at this. Full Metal Geo is gonna have he's running through his rear view mirror right now because he has got Blood Moon on his tail, coming across the start finish line right now, coming up against more lap traffic. That's Red Rocket in front of him. He is about to go down a lap. Let's see if he moves over or if he makes this race interesting. Either way, it's going to be fun. Oh, he moves over. Good call, good call. He's got also no chance of winning this race or gaining a position, not even. Here we go, one more time around. This has been green flag all the way through. We're about to set a record for one of the fastest indoor races in the last 5 seasons. Here we go. Green flag all the way with the leaders running 18.9 on that lap. They are cooking. Here we go. 19 flat that time around. Full Metal Geo holding off Blood Moon. Can he hold him off? Coming across the start finish line right now. Can he hold him off 1 more lap, 2 more laps, 3 more laps in this race? Let's go. Let's see what happens. That's Trump Train falling back now. But here they are. One more time around. This 4-pack coming across your screen right now. That's Full Metal Geo, Blood Moon, Steve C. And look at this. Camden came back to rejoin the party. Full Metal Geo running a nice fast line in through there, but can he hold off for one more time? Let's go. Blood Moon sizing him up. Doesn't look like he's going to have anything for him in the TV turn, not this time around anyway. Let's see what they look like coming out of the horseshoe turn. Coming out of the horseshoe turn back into the S turns. Continue. Geo, you can see him working the wheel and keeping his speed up and just doing a really, really nice job about maintaining the lead here, folks. Oh, that time Blood Moon's got an option. Blood Moon got to his tail. We're on the white flag lap. Can he do it this time around into the S turns? And look at this. Blood Moon makes the move into the S turns on the final lap. Blood Moon, can he make it stick? He does into the front stretch. And they're 2 abreast behind. Steve C running for another photo finish for 3rd and 4th position. Wow. A last lap pass. Blood Moon pass and Full Metal Geo, who led the entire race on the last lap. And then you have Camden and Steve C drag racing down the front stretch to the start finish line to finish this race 3rd, 4th. That's Steve C who finished 3rd and Camden who finished 4th. What a race, folks. I'll tell you what. Here we go. The drivers are pulling down pit lane right now. And here's our final finishing order. Blood Moon, Full Metal Geo, Steve C and Camden drag racing through through the front stretch to get to that start-finish line. Trump Train and Tommy, Ben, Extreme, Peppers, Red Rocket, and Number One Dad rounding out the top 11 spots here at Pioneer Valley Indoor Karting. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and have a great night.